Welcome everyone, we're the TranScribe team. We're going to show you a quick video and then we'll get started.
Welcome to this product demonstration, presented by the TranScribe team. Introducing TranScribe, your advanced AI-powered ally in transcending communication barriers, tailored to serve a diverse user base, including the hearing impaired. This platform emerges as an indispensable tool in conferences, lectures, and multilingual dialogues. But TranScribe is not just a transcription application, it's your comprehensive communication assistant. It translates transcribed text into multiple languages, summarizes content for swift comprehension, and identifies key action items, ensuring you not only transcribe, but also understand and act on spoken content in your preferred language. With TranScribe, experience a world where every word is heard, understood, and acted upon. Now, I'll turn it over to today's speakers to show it all in action.
Once again, hello everyone. We are the TranScribe team. My name is Austin Smith. I'm a software engineer here.
And I'm Andrew Van Lannon, a software solutions analyst.
And we're very excited to show you what we built for you today. So first things first, I'm going to go over a brief agenda with you. So we just did our introductions. We're going to walk you through a short demo, and then we're going to move on to talking through some of the technologies we use to actually build TranScribe. Then we're going to talk about some of the business applications we could see for the speech-to-text technology in its current state. We're going to walk through any questions you might have, and then at the end, you'll have the ability to have a demo playground where you could record your own audio if you wanted to. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the short demo. It'll pop up over here. All right. So over here on the left, you'll see the TranScribe application. So you'll notice that there are two main functionalities on this page. The first of which is to record your own audio. The next is actually being able to drag and drop an audio file. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the drag and drop functionality. So Andrew will click here at the bottom to select a file. We have prepared an audio clip for you from the movie Braveheart. So it's the famous scene where Mel Gibson is trying to rally the troops. The big thing with this audio to note is it's exceptionally busy, right? So when you listen to it, you'll hear just the noises of the battlefield. You'll hear horses making noises. Mel Gibson's also trying to put on a very thick Scottish accent. TranScribe is going to ignore all of that and just capture the audio. So we're going to go ahead and play the clip for you real quick.
Fight and you may die. Run and you'll have at least a while. I'm dying in your beds many years from now. When you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom.
So once again, very busy audio clip. You can hear the horse noises even at the end. The horse makes a noise right when he's about to continue speaking. So we're going to go ahead and click TranScribe. You're going to see a brief loading animation. Right, and then over here, you're going to have your transcription. As you noticed, that was extremely quick. You have the ability to actually click into the box and edit if you thought anything was incorrect. But as you can see, it picked up everything perfectly. So this is a very accurate transcription. So now you'll notice down here we have three options that we can do with the transcription up here. You'll notice we can do action items, summary, or translate. I'm going to go ahead and showcase the translate functionality for you. So we'll click the translate box. You'll see that we have translation languages down here. We're going to go ahead and run through German. Click translate text. You'll notice over here we have our original transcription on the left, and over here on our right we have our German translation that just popped up over here. I don't know about anyone in the room, but I don't speak German, so we're just going to go ahead and throw this into Google Translate to show you what this looks like. Put it over here. You notice over here on the right we have our translation back into English. So in a matter of 30 seconds, we went from an audio file back to text and then to German. Very, very fast, very cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Andrew, and he's going to showcase some of the recording functionality.
All right, for this next part, we are going to have a volunteer speak into the mic. What we're looking for is we're going to gather some action items out of a set of text or out of a transcription. So if you want to go ahead and give us a stand-up update, kind of what did you do yesterday, what are a couple things that you need to do tomorrow or today, like that kind of thing, and just speak to me like you're talking to me in person. Are you ready?
Feel free to monologue, you can pause, whatever helps you.
All right.
All right, on my signal.
All right. Yesterday, I worked on AI Expo post-event items, which includes drafting any emails and scheduling social media posts. And today, I'm going to go through raw video files from the Expo and see if there's anything we can get out of that for additional posts. All right.
We got the audio. Go ahead and transcribe. And as expected, we get a response right away. And if we look through it, I don't notice anything that is off, but if we, again, it's the same box that we could edit if we wanted to. So we'll go ahead and take the action items out of that.
And just like prior, you'll notice original transcription will always be on your left, and then over on your right, your action items will pop up shortly. A key thing to note is it will try to ignore things from the prior days, and it usually only focuses on things that you are focusing on for that day, unless it picks up that you said something that was like a continuing statement. So like, yesterday I was doing this, today I plan to continue doing that. It'll pick that up as an actionable item.
Yeah. So we'll see, we got 4 items, and the first couple are ones that are coming from the continuing part there, and the other 2 are the things that you said you were doing today. So it looks pretty good there.
And we can show the summary.
Next, we'll show a summary of that same transcript. And typically the summary is going to break it down into a little bit more concise, and then always takes it and pulls it into like the third person. So it's talking about what you did as the summary versus from the first person as you said it in the first place.
And it also tends to remove any filler. So any like, all right, yesterday I worked, it'll just summarize to be very direct and concise.
All right.
Okay. So next we will go back to the PowerPoint to talk about some of the technologies used.
All right, so next we're going to talk about the technologies we used in TranScribe. On the AI standpoint, we use 2 models from OpenAI. The first being for all the speech to text, we use the Whisper model, specifically their API implementation of that. Their API can process 60 minutes of audio in about 6 minutes, and doing so at about 0.6 of a cent per minute. You're also able to self-host the Whisper model and then put more compute resources behind it and speed that up a little bit as well. For gathering the summary, action items, and doing the translation, we use OpenAI's GPT-4 model, which you might recognize as one of the options in ChatGPT.
Next, I want to walk you through some of the business applications that we saw for the speech-to-text technology. First one I wanted to go over is assisting the hearing impaired. So we actually have a coworker here at Kingsmen whose sister-in-law works with deaf children. And she said that one of the hardest things that they encounter is translations of audio. So a tool that you could actually have take audio that's from a different language, translate it to English, or take that English and translate it to another language would be very, very powerful for the deaf community. Next one I wanted to walk through is companies with international workforces. So it's very common for mid to large size companies that work with nearshore or offshore resources, or maybe even have international offices. So imagine having the ability to take your meetings and on near real time start translating them into another language. You could cut the language barrier between your offices in half, or say you're onboarding an international employee and you have a lot of documentation that's in, say, English, and you want to translate it into maybe their native language. You could do all of that. Another one is the transcription of archived audio. So if your business is anything like Kingsmen, we have tons and tons of Zoom recordings just sitting in a SharePoint, and you're listening to them trying to find that 10 seconds of audio that you're looking for in an hour-long clip. So imagine being able to have maybe a bulk job or something that can transcribe all of that for you and only grab out the key points that you care about from that audio. Next one I wanted to walk through is education. So back when I was in college, it was very common for people to actually bring tape recorders to class, which seems crazy now, but they'd bring tape recorders to class, they'd have spare tapes, and they're back in your dorm room or your apartment, and you're trying to rewind and listen to the exact snippet on tape. Things have evolved a bit since then, but imagine being able to have all of your lectures recorded, and then at the end, everything is summarized for you. You have a test tomorrow, you have an exam in 3 weeks, you need homework due by this date. Being able to get an actionable list from that would be very, very powerful. Also, universities are hubs for international students, so the ability for kids to come from abroad and have things translated into their native language would be very, very powerful and helpful, and would be a great service for universities to offer. And those are just a few of them. So many possibilities could come from speech to text. You could combine them with a lot of other systems as well for a really powerful enterprise tool. Any questions? All right. We will move on to the demo playground. If anybody wanted to record any more audio. Do we have any volunteers for wanting to record audio? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What do you want to record today?
Could I try something in my native language?
Sure. Absolutely.
All right, on my signal.
నమస్తే నా పేరు రష్మిలి నేను హైదరాబాద్ ఇండియా నుంచి వచ్చాను ఇప్పుడు కింగ్స్మెన్లో పనిచేస్తున్నాను 4 years అయిపోయింది పనిచేసి స్టార్ట్ చేయడం
It's there.
Really?
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and transcribe it. And does that
What's your
match what
verdict?
you expected to see?
Yeah, except Kingsmill.
Oh, Kingsmen.
Kingsmill.
This is why we have the edit box.
Yeah, I slurred that word. But yes, everything else is perfect.
I like that it got your name correct.
And it got my name right.
Got your name correct, capitalized, knew everything, knew where you were from, picked up everything.
Sweet.
And one of the things is, a lot of this is very visual for a demo purpose, but these corrections of words, you could have all of this done under the hood if you wanted to. And then you could take this and you could translate to a completely different language if you wanted to, and you could actually take the translated text from this, and this is where you could actually take this and plug it into some of the text-to-speech models, and then you could have yourself going from your native language to, say, German, and now all of a sudden you're speaking German. It's the German Rashmili avatar.
So I went ahead and put it through a translation into Mandarin. So we'll go back to Google Translate here. And it comes back out as well in Mandarin.
And now you're speaking Mandarin.
Wow.
Anybody want to record any other audio? Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. We're very glad we got to walk through this with you.